me?
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right.
So, for those of you that came through Vulture's Run, first of all, I'll start with you, Avon. You didn't have any trouble coming along, but you did see several, quite a few bodies as you passed through, and vultures, as the name would suggest. If you want to, you notice that one of them had one of the bodies had a um, had a piece of silver jewelry still left on it that hadn't been looted. You're welcome to just pick it up along the way if you want.
Well, yes, it's clearly a sign from the gods.
Clearly.
It was meant for me to find it. I will take my time and bless each one of the bodies as I make my way through.
Dudley, your journey was mostly uneventful. Just passing by. Plenty of corpses that had been looted and left to rot.
So what did I miss?
Nothing special. Craven, your journey along the road was also primarily uneventful. There was a point where you saw some people that were like hiding on the other side of the road, but they didn't choose to attack you or the people that were with you.
All right.
So it made you a little nervous, but not enough to, still mostly a fine journey. Everybody, go ahead and in the notes write down uh, SL and then :5.
Oh, hold on 1 second. Here you go. Character. Okay, what was it?
SL :5. That's going to stand for your stress level.
Okay.
And ML :0. And ML :0. That's going to stand for your madness level.
I thought I was already at a 1.
I'm
just kidding.
I don't see any don't see any reason for that yet. Potentially your stress levels could have been a little higher from the journey, but everybody's journey was mostly fine. Starting.
Well, for our stress levels, what's okay and what's bad? Or do we not know?
I'm gonna use I'm gonna use stress level as a DC. So the higher is the worse.
Okay, like okay.
So do I have any lingering trauma from my weird encounter where my head got cauterized?
Yeah, that was pretty traumatic. You are going to start at SL6.
Sweet.
So a little higher than everybody. It was intensely traumatic, but the rest of your journey was you had some time to decompress a little bit, and you didn't hurry after a while. You hurried for a while, but once all that was out of sight, you probably like took a minute to kind of like relax and normalize down just a little bit.
Have my collection of fine sticks to
Yeah,
soothe my nerves.
yeah. You that you just like have them talk to each other. All right. Anyway,
Built
okay.
like a Blair Witch Project doll out of sticks.
So let's say that hmm, let's say that when you guys reached Segwyr Falls, um, well, the first thing that happened is there was um, there were some guards at. But when you walk up to Segwyr Falls, first of all, Segwyr Falls is on a cliff's edge with a river running through it, creating a couple of waterfalls heading down, and there's a couple of the walls look like they've been busted in a couple of places, the city walls, and the gates are open or busted as you walk in as well, and when you start to see the buildings, you notice that they are also have the deterioration of years on them. Many of the roofs are while a lot of them are stone buildings and the stone is held up well. A lot of the roofs are broken through, and so it very much looks like you're walking into a ruined city when you walk in, and um, and follow this main road. Um, it's there's a little like directional, like you see like some boards laid out in kind of like makeshift directionals, or like you see somebody's like kind of painted on some of the buildings like arrows as you like walk through the city, and yeah, like one of the like arrows says like stay true as you walk as you as you walk through and see that the ruin destruction on either side. You guys notice a severed hand just laying by the side of the road as you walk through the city, um, and some blood kind of dotting the area around it. In fact, looking back on where you've walked already, you may have seen blood that you just thought was dirt or whatnot as you'd been walking through. It's not very welcoming at all. Um, Eventually, you follow the path and reach a large bridge that heads over the river here. Um, anyway, at that bridge, there's quite a few guards that are just kind of milling about, and when they stop you uh, and let you know that there's a bridge tax of 1 gold, um, once you cross the bridge, that you'll be in the in Segwyr Falls, the actual Segwyr Falls, not the ruined Segwyr Falls that you've just been walking through. Um, they tell you they tell you to look for the building with the red roof, and that's the halfway in where you'll well, they should have rooms for you. Kind of a point in a general direction over the bridge. So everybody, I guess, go ahead and mark a gold piece off of your sheet if you have it.
Okay.
Um,
better be the best damn city ever.
Okay, doesn't it already feel like it?
You're paying for the ambience.
Right?
I say to the guards, "Hey, is this bridge tax gonna clean up the body parts on the road?"
Hey, he says, the bridge tax goes to whatever King Stormscar wants it to go to. And you don't have to worry about that because that entire section of the city is off limits. You can pass through it, but you can't set up camp there. That's for your own protection. Move on in. All right. Anybody else want to say when you guys are probably all passing through individually? You guys haven't met yet, of course, but if you guys wanted to like mention anything to say to the guard, of course, we can go over that now.
Oh yes, definitely. As I approach them, I am going to, offer them the blessings of Zelrune and then proceed to go on across
Yeah,
without paying.
he he and the six other people there stop you, and they gonna need that gold. Blessings
I would actually
aside.
like to do a insight check on the guards to see if it's just a shakedown to fill their own pockets.
Sure.
Even though it's +0, let's find out.
Mm-hmm.
No, 15.
These they have the feel of like brigands, bandits, and tough men, but they also have. If you look at it, you can see that they have some sort of like emblem um, with. It looks like some sort of like lightning bolt on it, and they've got their some like the leathers underneath their like chainmail and such is dyed dyed black,
Right.
which seems to indicate a uniform. So you're not sure. It's kind of could go either way.
Okay.
If they feel like brigands, but they got some semblance of working for somebody.
I
Okay.
also offer them the blessings of Zelrund under my breath, and not quite, the same as the priests.
Yeah.
Well, was the blessing not good enough? Do they not feel them?
Yeah, they kind of interpose themselves and kind of surround you a little bit. They're like, gonna need that gold still, blessing the side. That's what they say to you. And then
Heathen.
but yeah, you say heathen and then pass them the gold or what?
Yeah,
All right.
I'll
Right.
pass them the gold.
Yeah. Okay, cool. So that's right.
Oh. And I tell them to keep the change.
All right. Okay, so that's all the way. You guys, I'm gonna say that you guys probably all arrive, kind of. Why don't we just say you guys kind of all arrived late-ish, and then maybe like got. We'll do all we'll do all arrive late. We'll do that then. Kind of like evening time, afternoon evening, is kind of about the time. So you guys, let me check this. The weather is pretty fair right now. So no issues there. A little cloudy, but as you walk over the bridge is in pretty poor condition. It was a pretty solid bridge, but like parts of it have like busted off in a few places. Um, and as you cross over, you start to see buildings which are in better condition. These are buildings. It looks like a lot of them like still have like the wear on the walls, on the outer walls, but then the roofs start to look better. Maybe it looks like and some of them are like patched in certain places. So you have like a stone building, then like patched with cob or daub or whatever. and that. But so it looks like kind of they just they took a lot of these like ruined houses and just added on to them, like fixed them up real quick in order to make them livable. And you start seeing people kind of like milling about, and you guys make your way in the general direction they pointed to, and you see the building with the red roof, um, and a fairly large building, and it has a sign which says the halfway inn on it. Static's really loud all of a sudden.
I didn't. I don't know.
It's not me again, is it?
It went down, I guess.
I didn't do anything.
So I don't know. I don't know. Beats me. Anyway, so you guys go into this. You guys go in individually. But what happens is that you're seated together. Uh, there's a fair amount of people in the tavern area of this inn already. So and you look up and you can see that there's actually a hole in the roof of this place as well. So it's a fairly big building, and it looks like it needs some repair. You imagine when it rains, and you can see some of the area where mold and such is growing on the stone floor. That area, it looks like it's been cleaned up, but there's still some like stain in this one area where water's come down, like run out. Near the run out kind of towards the front door as it's angled that direction. Um, you imagine that must be a little bit awkward when it rains, but apparently it's still popular aside from that issue. And as the tables are mostly full and you guys all get sat by a barmaid over at the same table together. And once you guys are kind of like waiting, she basically when she sets you down says kind of get you um, uh, food, make mead, what do you want? It's
What do you got that's ready?
she says we have stew for a silver and meat for the same. It's better than road food.
What's the meat?
Mead. She has mead.
Oh, mead.
Yeah.
All right, I'll take it.
All right. So yeah, anybody can just spend 2 silver if you want to get mead and the stew. Just one if you want the stew.
Yeah.
And eventually, after a while, she's pretty quick. A pretty lass, kind of like flaxen golden hair and roundish face. Who some of the men are kind of like uh, jeer at as she passes by. She kind of takes it in stride. And eventually, a halfling woman with red hair and kind of like pops up over to you guys. She has like a little stool thing. She like pops up and stands up on the stool. She says, mm, she jumps up and says, "Hey there, folks. How y'all doing tonight?"
How about that?
About what?
Yeah, it cut out.
I said, how about that road food?
She glances back over the blonde barmaid, kind of like uh, frowns just slightly, and then looks back over. Is like, this stew is actually pretty good. Don't let her talk you out of it. It's way better than that gruel you get over the Overlook. Let me tell you that. So, competition as it is, we've got it pretty well nailed down as far as quality goes. My name's Lily Littlebur. It's a pleasure to meet all of y'all. Uh, so you're new, of course, right? To Segwyr Falls.
Oh yes.
Just arrived?
Yes.
All right. Well, this is I mean, this is a dangerous town, but you know, it's better than back east, right? Uh,
I
so
don't know. I don't know. The people back east actually gave a shit about their buildings.
Jesus. Like, yeah, sorry about that. Money's a little tight. We do a lot of business, but you know, she lowers voice down, says, but taxes are pretty high too. So, um, and she says, so it's still trouble trying to get things set up. Um, but here, it's glad that all y'all new and together. You guys can kind of learn the ropes together. Let me. You kind of. What's that? You look like you're looking for. You look like you might be looking for sellsword work by chance. We do have a board up that people have left some things, as well as people come in. I'm well known as a place that serves sellswords, and people come in and ask for help, and you know, for whatever it is they might be looking for, if y'all are looking for work.
All right.
So yeah, if you have any other questions, just go ahead and ask me. A room here is a gold a night. So just come up over the counter and I'll get you set away. Um,
One room,
yeah,
please.
yeah, and you all are welcome to share if there's no extra
I ain't
charge.
sharing.
Yeah.
Shit.
Morg's struggling to use his fingers to count the gold in his little pouch. Morg, sleep outside.
Oh, okay. Just you know, be careful out there. It's not safe to go too far out. You know.
It's okay. Morg build tent.
Okay. Okay. Well, anyway, it's again. Just come and ask me if you have any questions. And she hops down and walks off.
Do you guys have any available rooms that don't have a skylight in them?
Uh, there's some roof problems. I give you that, but in every room, there's we got a bed set up away from any of the roof issues. We worked on those parts, you know, first. They're a little bit easier. The ceiling here in this large room is takes more gold to get done, so we've been putting it off. Uh, Sorry about that, but the rooms are they're perfectly adequate. No.
I suppose I'll take one as well then.
Okay. All right. So all right. So anyway, she hops down off her little stool and hefts it up, and then walks over and sets it up next to somebody else's table and talks to them for a minute. You can also see some of the those guards are in here too. Apparently, frequent this tavern as well. Um, a few of them anyway. Um, as well as some other non-armed refugee-looking people that probably just came off the road. You might even be traveling with some of them that are at a different table, possibly.
So after paying for the room, I head over to take a look at the board to see what's up there.
Sure.
I do the same.
While they're doing that, I'm going to go around and start offering people blessings
Okay.
and speaking to them about the virtues of the Zelvern faith.
Morg's gonna eat.
As I'm heading over towards the board, I overhear the priest walking around blessing people, and I kind of roll my eyes and mumble something under my breath about whoring myself out.
Nice. Avon, did we get a? Hmm. I guess I'll take a persuasion roll as you work the room.
All right. So how did we get it to roll for us naturally?
You just click on the number next to persuasion.
Okay,
All right.
that's perception.
Oh, that's yeah.
Mhm.
Still good, considering you have a negative.
Mm-hmm.
That's almost yeah, it's almost 20.
All right, they're yeah, they're generally receptive. One of them asked if you're planning on setting up a church or whatnot.
Oh yes. Zelverin has decided to grace this town with his presence.
They seem like they'd be interested in learning more. Okay, so the board. All right. There's there's one of the first things at the top of the board is a as opposed to the um, there's immediate openings at the sanitarium for physical individuals.
There's an opening at the sanitarium.
Yes. And then next up to it, up on that, next up to that, right next to that is uh, a kind of like scribble from a different piece of charcoal or not, which just says, it's just written next to it, this written snatcher with an exclamation point. Um, one of the next items down the board is um, is farmers need help, kobold raiders. It says see Hadron Mickleton staying at the Overlook Common Room.
Overlook common room.
That's where yeah, Hadron Mickelson is staying.
Okay. Would we know where that is?
You don't currently know where the Overlook is, but obviously
Okay.
Lily does, since she mentioned it earlier.
All right. Okay, I'll go up to Lily and ask her. Say, hey, where is this place? Overlook.
Do you want to hear the rest of the things on the board first, or do you want to
Sure.
stop?
Yeah. Go ahead.
Okay. There's another one says need help guarding and transporting wheat, limb wet thistle at Wet Thistle Farms. It says report to, and There's also a post up there. For it says King Stormscar is paying for the heads of Rolf's renegades. Uh, report to King Stormscar for direction.
All right. So it is. So is everything on the board?
And one more thing.
Okay.
Uh, says our daughter's been kidnapped. See Bert and Warla also staying at the Overlook Common Room. It says.
So what do you think, guys?
I'd be fine with either was one a sanitarium, did you say?
One was a sanitarium. There's a disheveled girl that's currently sneaking in as you guys are looking. Kind of like she looks like she's like trying to like be as like meek and like unnoticed as possible as she is kind of like sneaking in and like walking up over to you guys. She might have been inside before already, but you see her like kind of like staying kind of like meek and head down and kind of low and like walking up next to the wall over to you guys at the board that you're looking at it, and she says, "Excuse me, sir. Excuse me." She looks at you, look at the board. Says, "I don't have any money, but my my mother is missing."
Where'd you see your mother last?
She was in the sanitarium last I saw her.
Why was she in the sanitarium?
Yep. She got the fever. It's bad, the fever around here.
And she's
I
no
had
longer at the sanitarium.
I had it too for a while.
How do you know she's missing? Maybe she's just getting treatment over there.
They said they released her, but I don't know where she went.
Uh, Dudley sighs and says, well, tell you what, kid, I'll take a look and see what I can find out."
She kind of like she perks up a little bit. She's like, "Really? Oh, thank you, sir." She her eyes brighten. Um,
What's your mother's name?
a couple she says it's Wendy. Wendy Reinhardt. My name's Ellis. She
Wendy Reinhardt?
yeah, she's perked up. She's talking a little bit like happy and excitedly. When a couple of the guards like wander over to her and they're like wander over to her. Is talking to you. Is like, is she bothering you?
No, she ain't bothering us.
And you see she's like dirty and like I mean you guys are probably a little dirty too, but you guys have like stuff on you that looks nicer, weapons and armor and stuff like that, and she's just like ratty clothes, and, like rips and stuff like that. And they're like, and she is like, "Girl, you haven't paid your taxes yet." And she just I was like, "Don't even try to tell me you paid your taxes."
I got it right here. Here you go.
What do you toss him?
1 gold.
Yeah. All right, he takes his. All right. All right. He looks over at her and says, "All right, if anybody else harasses you, girl, just tell them to talk to me." He looks to you for a second, and then just turns and walks away. The guy says like, she's like, the other one says like, she might be about right for the keep here soon though. He's like, I'll just take the gold and be done with it. The other one says to his partner, it's like, and he says, you like him too young anyway, and they both walk off.
Hey, what was the little girl's name again?
Ellis.
Ellis. Okay.
I walk over to Lily. Can we assume Lily's the proprietor of this place then?
She seems that way.
I walk over to Lily and give her a silver and ask her to bring some food over to Ellis. And I ask her which way the sanatorium is and who is it that's kind of an authoritative figure over there. Who would I talk to find out a little more information?
While he's doing that, I will also walk over to her, and I'm going to give her 6 gold and tell her to take care of the child. When we leave to go.
So you're giving that to Lily.
Yeah, she's the one that runs the bar, right?
That's right.
Yeah. When we leave, I want her to take care of the child while we're gone.
She takes gold. It's like, yeah, that's absolutely no problem. That's very kind of you. You're all right.
Thank you.
We're just generous bastards.
Well, she was a sign. Zelrine clearly wants us to go and rescue her mother.
And they're looking for work over there anyways, right?
Yeah, they were looking for work according to the board.
What kind of work did the board say or entail?
Physical work of some sort.
Yeah,
Restraining
Disposing
crazies.
bodies or
it said physical.
physical labor?
Not quite what I came to this town for, but it's worth a look, I suppose.
Sure. I mean, how much worse could the people be in there? They're already batshit crazy out here.
Oh, does the little girl come and eat at our table?
Yeah, probably at your table is where.
Sweet. Moore's gonna give a big tusky smile and be like, "Hello, little one."
Yeah, give me a persuasion roll there, Mork.
Big fucking 6.5 foot tall dreadlocked orc. He's gonna be with a fucking wicked burn on his forehead from something.
Yeah, you have a brand basically on your forehead.
Sweet.
More than just a burn.
Takes my character sheet too long to load, so I'm just like manually
Struggle is real over there.
struggle.
Mark
I
up.
typed it in like 5 seconds ago, and it's still there. It goes.
Slightly better than average.
Yeah.
Actually, it's supposed to be one less.
Yeah,
No, it is one less.
she
Yeah.
she gives a shy smile back to you. Also, mark off another silver for your second bowl of stew. The stew here is actually not bad. It's like simple. It's tastes
Stew
like
is simple. Morg is simple. It's
yeah,
perfect fit.
it's simple. You think it's probably it might be like maybe like venison and like uh, vegetables like potatoes and a few other
Morg likes all of those
simple
things.
things, like potatoes, celery, maybe a bit of broccoli or something like that, and it's kind of like just with a little bit of light, kind of like rosemary seasoning, salted of course, and decently well.
Sweet.
So
It's better than trail rations.
yeah, it's way better than just eating jerky all day, even though it's pretty simple.
I turn to Ellis, I'm assuming she doesn't understand, so I grin at her and in Orcish say, "He looks hungry still. He probably wants to eat you."
Well, it's being as I'm half orc and understand that language, but no. He shakes his head vehemently, fucking dreadlocks flipping back and forth. No, 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 no.
Yeah, she
Don't
just.
eat the little ones.
You say that in Orcish, or are you saying that in Common?
I say it in common.
Yeah, she seems very confused all of a sudden.
And I feign a look of shock and like feign protectiveness and like get in the way between the half orc, and the girl.
Is this like comically done, like
Yes.
way over the top? All right.
Yeah.
Perform a persuasion roll. I'll take you probably a perform roll, but yeah, like perform roll I suppose would be right.
Not bad
I'll,
for
ta-
-3.
I'll take a persuasion I suppose if you have proficiency in it though.
I do not. Are you kidding me?
No.
Okay. You're a little. You're a
The
little.
case had decided 12.
Yes, your pantomimes are just barely crossing the threshold over into amusing from being terrifying. So you just made that crossover. So it's an important distinction. A little lower and yeah.
So we arrived in the evening. What time is it approximately now?
So she's warming to you guys. It is let's go ahead and say it's like I said afternoon, evening. Let's go ahead and say it's like 6 p.m.
6 p.m.
So I finished eating, and I get up and I say, I'm going to go have a look around, see what's going on at the sanatorium.
Okay. Uh, everybody's gonna leave with Dudley.
Yeah, I'll follow.
Yep.
Okay. Good.
Sweet. If I'm aware of the situation, I'll go.
Yeah, I think everybody's pretty aware. Well, actually,
We're all aware at least of the little girl. Then if you didn't read I think only two of us read the board and saw.
yeah. Did you guys mention about the
We will
sanitarium work?
along the way.
Or
Yeah.
if she's not terrified of me, I'd be like, talk to her and be like, haha.
Yeah, she probably been like, are you gonna look for my mother too?
Sure.
She smiles and says, thank you.
Hmm.
You're all very nice
Little ones need the mommies and daddies.
and funny. All right, so you guys head out, assuming Lily will look after her. She's got her stew and whatnot. And I'll go ahead and say on the posting there's a little parentheses after that which said southwest corner of city for the sanitarium.
It must be a nice side of town.
Okay, so do you guys want to just kind of like make a direct line towards the southwest corner of town from where you're at?
Are there any tourist attractions or?
Yeah, actually, there's something I should have mentioned already. There's a massive tree which is in kind of like a town square area, you suppose. That it's kind of like on yeah, it's there's a massive tree that's kind of like right next, perhaps in front of the inn, which you can see that it has. We'll just say that you guys were focused on. Maybe you guys went in like a side entrance, so like when you come out this way, there's maybe a couple entrances in to the inn. When you come out this way and you start looking around as far as going south west, you see the tree, which is way bigger than your average tree, probably about we'll say easily, easily over 100 feet tall and big, like oak-looking like boughs, which stretch out in. Let me see.
Does it have any corpses hanging from it?
In fact, it does.
Lovely decorations.
Yeah, there's it's being used as some of the lower branches are being used as corpse hanging.
Is there a light breeze and they're slightly swinging in the wind?
Yeah, the weather was pretty fair, but I would say light breeze is probably about right as far as like. So there might be some of them that are like slightly swinging. Sure, that seems feasible. Yeah. There's there So yeah, that's the town square there. Let me go ahead and.
This weird village.
That's an attraction, I suppose. There's a post up on there which has the king's laws there, which are seem pretty simple. It's like no killing, no stealing, no fighting, no lying to the blackguard.
I say that we just go ahead and attack King Stormscar right now. What do you guys think?
I distanced myself a little bit from him, just kind of raised my eyebrow.
Oh, and finally, one last one.
I think we could take over.
One last one, which I forgot, by the way. Last one is no dissent.
No dissent.
Yeah.
What's dissent mean?
It means you go down.
I love that.
So don't go down.
Morg starts looking around for people that are laying down. Points at anybody sitting on the street. That guy dissenting.
Oops, wrong one. Oh, that's supposed to be 16. Karak, the Battle Fiend, is currently in favor for the session.
Sweet. He's a great guy.
Okay. Darren, the Black Gift, is currently out of favor.
Good thing I switched.
There's a lot of gods. I might do that roll differently in the future. For now, we'll say it. For now, we'll say that's done though. Still working on things. The prep went way slow. I spent a lot of time trying to fuss with photo editing software.
Oh, good.
So I didn't get other things I wanted to get done. But Anyway. All right, so do you guys I don't know if you guys said do you want to go straight towards the southwest corner, or do you want to like wander around the area here?
I head off. Just take a beeline for it.
Beeline?
Not walking very quickly,
Same
but just
here.
I walk.
Okay.
We'll be like, because there ain't nothing prettier on this town to look at.
No time for side quests.
All right.
I say kind of sarcastically to the guys, like, "Ooh, I'm so excited to see this place."
Where are we going again? That's a
Sanitarium.
morgue question.
Oh.
What is sanitarium?
It's where everyone goes to the bathroom.
Ew.
I like the scent. Okay, don't go down.
So it's like Big Tree in Old Village.
So Morg, I hear your people are quite the philosophers.
What's a philosopher?
I think that's it right there. It's being able to ask that question of the world. What is a philosopher?
So I guess we's good philosophers.
That's what I hear.
Not so good with these common words.
So, shoot. You can do it. There we go.
There we go.
There we go.
So there's the.
And suddenly a map appeared.
Yeah. All right. So this big red building here is the halfway in.
There's lots of big red buildings, but I'm guessing it's the one
Oh yeah, I need to like ping
by the
this.
tree.
Yeah, by the tree. Bing.
There you go.
Like that.
So we're going southwest.
Yeah, you guys came in over here and then just followed the arrows. Here, came through here, and then you're making a beeline this direction, wandering through here. Uh,
I don't see here, here, and here.
oh yeah,
I
yeah,
hear you say here,
yeah,
here, and
yeah,
here.
Yeah.
yeah. Right. Yeah, my bad. Trying to do the pings right here. Okay, all right. So
Okay.
here, probably running this way from there to here. Wait, can you see if I do a line like that?
Yeah, I see
Yes.
that. Yep, see it.
Yeah. So you're probably gonna be making a beeline kind of round. Yeah. Yeah, this direction here.
Gun through people's yards.
Well, what happens is you realize that, and if you, as soon as you like get off of like, as soon as you pass by like these houses and these houses over here seem fine. You see like, um, seem mostly fine, like they're fixed up anyway. But as soon as you get past that, you and get into like this range over. Let me see. Can I increase this? So as soon as you start getting over to like this area, come on, ping.
Yeah, I see that.
Yeah, you start getting over this area, you can see that a lot of these have like, once again, like the holes in the roofs, like missing like pieces of the walls and stuff like that. And there'd be other like there's other debris. I haven't added it yet, but there would be other like debris, like ruined debris, as you pass through here and start making your way through all this mess. You see a few like people just that as you're walking by that are kind of like in a person or two like in the in some of these ruined buildings. And when they see you, they just kind of like move their they just kind of like move away and like move back into the building, um, perhaps scared of you as you make your way through.
Do they have crazy eyes?
Hard to tell at that distance. You have to get up a little closer. Um,
Nah, I ain't worried about that.
Eventually, you make your way over here to this building, the building at the bottom left corner, which is the sanitarium, which also looks doesn't look like it has had any work done. There's definitely some damage here, um, but it's held. But it was a big solid building, so it's held up pretty well. Um, and you make your way up to the front door, which is a large like iron double door um, that's got some wear on it and age. And
Is there any way is there any way that you can make the text like white or something?
I didn't even add that text. That's somebody else.
I'm adding stuff.
Oh, okay.
That'd probably be a better idea, though.
Yeah, then they have to have the text be white.
Yeah, I'll probably do some
Yeah, it's just
modifications, but
placeholder things. I can delete them or whatever.
no, yeah,
Whenever.
that's cool. That's cool. I like it. I like that you can do that.
Save him on a little bit of work.
So you can go ahead and I guess what do you want to do? Just go ahead and like knock or something.
Yeah, we'll knock on the door.
Yeah. All right. You knock on the door.
I call out, health inspector.
The health inspectors.
All right. You knock on the door.
Mork says philosopher.
And
I laugh and clap more.
Yeah.
all right. A burly man armed with a looks like some maybe like a couple of like clubs of varying sizes on his belt opens up the door and looks at you guys and says he's got kind of a bushy beard and bald at the top of it and says so you guys looking for work?
Sure, why not?
Perhaps,
You
but
you can
we're
you can hear
we're
like cries coming from the inside of this building. You could probably hear that from the outside, but it's a little louder now from with the door open.
This sanitarium is sad.
we're looking for information on a specific patient. Who would we talk to about that?
He says, "Come in." He opens the door, and you guys walk in, and there's a smallish man with like light brown hair. It's fairly short and goatee. Um, he's sitting at a desk there front. It's a big like stone desk that was, and he's just kind of like he kind of like perks up when you guys enter, and you guys walk over to it. It's like, hey there, can I help you? As you guys all walk in.
We're looking for Wendy Reinhardt.
Wendy Reinhardt. Oh yeah, we released Wendy. That was he goes looks like uh, that was like a week ago or so. We released her.
I want to make an insight check.
Yeah, whoever has wisdom.
Okay. Go ahead and make that check.
Insight 15.
He appears a bit nervous. It's possible deception, possible sign of deception. But I mean, it looks like he's looking at something and referring information rather than just like saying something.
So why are you so nervous right now? You seem to have gotten really nervous, especially at the mention of her name.
No, no, no. No, I just sharp blades. I had to think about weapons. I was a scribe. And that's what I'm doing here too. I used to work as a scribe back in Mirandel.
I point at my ears and kind of say in an exaggerated way, "My hearing's not so good," and I try to grab the ledger from him so I can take a look at it.
Sure. I guess go ahead and give me a. I try to do that surreptitiously, like kind of just like slip your hand over there and like look over
No, no,
here
no.
and then.
Just like walk up to him, like point at my ears, say it real loud, and just like right in front of him, just try to grab it.
Okay.
And I'll assist by when he does that, I push him aside bare hand.
Well, he's behind a desk.
Oh, he's
So
behind the desk?
yeah, big
Oh,
stone desk. So,
big stone desk. Okay, never
but
mind that.
um, I'll say he doesn't he doesn't put up too much of a fight when you reach over and grab it there. Um, he's like, my papers, and the other guy's like, hey, what do you guys think you're doing? As you grab.
We're going over your paperwork for
He's
Randy
got.
Ryan.
All right, so yeah, you grab. He's got a bunch of parchment. It's actually like a large, thick, like thing of parchment that you've grabbed. Like it's a lot of parchment, like page after page after page after page after page, and it looks like it's done all in shorthand. There's actually an incredible, like incredibly large amount of information on this thing that you're on, or at least it appears that there is.
So I take a glance at it. Can I tell anything? Is there any kind of organizational system to this?
Yeah, it looks like it's very well organized, and it's also in some sort of shorthand, so it's difficult to decipher. Go ahead and give me an investigate check, really quickly. Um, it has the look of some sort of like it does kind of look like an intake and release form, and you do see like names, people's names on there as well, so you can like scan there and you look where he's looking there, and Wendy Reinhardt is listed right there on the paper. As for what the other shorthand is, it's hard to tell, but there is like a date which does seem to coincide with what he was saying. So, but as far as like the other bits, but it does look like yeah maybe it does seem like an intake outtake type of thing, and so has like a date there for like maybe that's what it seems like anyway.
Who did you
You can't really
release her
decipher.
to?
Um, it's like we release her too. We just release. We don't.
You just opened the door and threw her out?
The other guy, the other guy's like, yo, this. You need to leave. You can't just barge in here and grab his papers. This isn't right. He says, don't say anything more to these people. You need to get the hell out of here.
We're just very concerned about our sister. Aren't we concerned, Morg? Our sister.
Morg has a sister?
How about we just free everyone in the sanitarium?
I take another step back from him.
Oh, you free everyone.
You're still by the tree in the village. He's like,
I'm outside of town now.
All right. Yeah, he's just looking at you very kind of like perplexed now. It's like I don't know what this is about, but we take people in, and then we look after them, and then we release them.
So why don't you tell us what you're not telling us about Wendy Reinhardt?
I don't even know Wendy Reinhardt. All right.
I didn't ask you if you knew her. I asked you to tell us what you're not telling us.
No, we're done talking to you. You need to get out of here.
So these notes look like they're very important to you. And as it turns out, my reading's not so good either, so I might just take these with me until I can figure this out. Or I can leave it for you. That way you don't have to redo this, reorganize, and you just help us out a little bit. Like I said, we're just very concerned relatives, and I slip them a few silver with the stack of notes.
So are you taking the notes and
I'm
putting
like extending the notes out to him and making it very clear that there are a couple silver there with the notes.
the burly fellow or
No, the
or
scribe.
the scribe? Um, um, the the scribe takes the or goes and grabs the note but he puts his hands on the silver and says, Master Theris won't let me take any coin. So
Does he look like a
he has
burly
kind of
guy?
like this right there. You know, he's like trying to like pull the notes back for you, but he's like trying to push the coin away.
So do we know, is the burly guy Master Theris?
You do not know his name currently.
We don't know his name.
Um,
Would you mind if we had a look around for our sister? Because she hasn't been around town.
um, he says, the burly guy says, um, says we don't he says we don't do tours. It's like, but if you want to look for her, why don't you look out there around town? If you don't see her there,